Hey, welcome back. Now we drive, Christmas edition, I suppose you can call it. First off, let me just say a big thank you to my daughter Ashley, who bought me this lovely Now We Drive logoed jacket. I would say I'd have them up on the shop, but I haven't got any merchandise to sell, so sorry about that. Yeah, sorry it's been a few days as well, since, well, about a week since putting the last video up. But you know, Christmas and the weather's been really bad. It's been kind of grey and miserable and stuff like that. And family commitments for Christmas, you know the situation. So that's been great. But in the last episode, we were talking about just taking it to the paint shop, which you saw. So we're gonna get the car back, which we've got, and we're gonna crack straight on with getting on the bumper and grille, and all the bits that go on the bumper and grille, and let's crack straight on with that work. So what we've got to do is get the last few pieces of, should we say, trim and decoration on the old bumper. Got it right there, didn't say grille. So we'll get those last few bits on, and we should be pretty much there. But I'm so glad I sent it for a spray. It does look a million times better. But let's see what it looks like with all the rest of the bits on, shall we? So, grill on, bonnet on, everything's looking very, very nice. I think the only thing we really can do now is go for a bit of a test drive, and let's take her down to the car wash and give her a bit of a spruce up, because inside's really mucky. So let's jump in the car, let's get her down the car wash. Right, I had a bit of trouble setting my old tripod up, but it's up there now. So we're in the car. I'm going to go for a little test drive. Also going to get the inside. It's really, really mucky in here, and I just can't be bothered to hoover it out. So I want to take it down to the local car wash, get a bit of a clean up, and see how she comes up. But I'm sure they'll do a much better job than I can. So let's see how she drives. So we've got a couple of system errors still, which is a bit of a pain in the butt, and the brakes are going to be a little bit grindy, because obviously so much build up rust for the probably month it's been sat on my driveway. So yeah, but the pedestrian protection system error is still coming up. Now I don't know whether or not it's my my OBD reader is just not good enough, or let me try and turn the camera around, or it needs to be done by a more in-depth system. So we'll figure that one out when I take it down to my to the mini specialist place that I'm going to take it down to. And also it's come up with the drivetrain error. Now, that's only come up since we changed, we had the paintwork done. I'm not really sure what that is. I've been looking online and it is a various amount of different errors, but again, something my OBD reader doesn't pick up on. So, yeah. In general, sounds okay. The thing I was going to be worried about is if there was any suspension damage, obviously after the crash, but it seems to be absolutely fine. My lovely heated seats working very well. Yeah, seems to be okay. I've turned the camera facing forward now so I can actually see what I'm recording, because it was a little bit of a shoot and hope scenario, but we'll see how we get on. Sorry I can't show you me and the road at the same time, but yeah, maybe I should have had it dash cam where it's either facing me or facing the road, but yeah, but it's about a 10-minute drive down to the local car wash, so it gives me time to get it up to temperature and make sure there's no nasties. But the steering, I must say, the steering in these cars are super solid. I've got it on just there's 3 modes. There's a green mode and a normal mode, and then a go-kart mode, which I'm gonna hold off on the go-kart mode just for now. But I've just got it in. I've got it in normal. Yeah, just in normal mode right now, and it feels really taut, nice and tight, solid, really pinned to the road. Yeah, so I'm very, very happy about that. Brakes are going to need changing soon. I know I said that this were a little bit rusty, but I think the pads feel like they could do with a change, so I'll get those done as well. For anyone living in the southeast or Hertfordshire, North London area, you'll know that obviously I can't go too fast because it's been pretty horrid over the Christmas period. Weather's been damp and grey and not very festive at all. I think the only nice day we had was Christmas Day. So yeah. One thing I was worried about as well in doing the rebuild, again, it was my most in-depth one to date, compared to a lot of people, there's not much, but I can't hear, there's no rattles, there's no knocking, there's nothing, it doesn't feel like I've not put anything back together in the correct manner. Although my window washers, it's funny, I've just noticed actually, before my window washer bottle sensor came up, said it was empty. Now I've just filled it up, then there's no sensor reading, there was before. So I can only imagine when the paint guys took the front bumper off, they failed to put the sensor or the power back to the water bottle, and it's not giving any reading. I'll tell you what, I'm going to turn these heated seats off. They are baking. Yeah, sounds solid, the engine. The nice thing about it is, I did check with Mini when I bought the car. There was they had the maintenance pack, which meant that the car, as part of it, when the guy initially bought, because it's only got one owner from new, the guy bought the car, he bought this extended maintenance pack, which was passed on with the car. So I get a free service. I think it's every 6 months or 4,000 miles or something. And I know this was only serviced probably about a month, no, less than that, 3 weeks before the crash. So yeah, you would imagine looking at, there was some it was a Stratstone up in Harrogate, I believe. There was a number of invoices in the pack that came with the car, and I saw that it had a new MOT, it had a tyre changed, oil change, filter, etc. So yeah, I was quite lucky. Mechanically, touch wood, it was in pretty solid shape from the get-go, which is handy. So yeah, the few things I really need to get looked at. Obviously, this pedestrian protection system, I'm hoping I've done it all correctly, and all it needs is for a more in-depth, like a BMW Mini reader to go in. I was checking online yesterday, and there was a few that you could buy. You buy the software with the adapter that goes into your laptop. But to be honest, obviously I want to get this drivetrain error looked at as well, which again I think is something that when it went in for paint, the guys have failed to plug something in, so I need to figure out exactly what that full code is. It doesn't show me on the OBD, so I need to get those two things looked at. I'm going to get the air conditioning. It needs to be, obviously it was a brand new radiator, that needs to be regassed. I'll get that done as well in the same place. And what else was there? I think that was about it really. I'm going to get the alloys refinished. There was a couple of scuff marks on the front ones. I'll get them done. They're only the edges, so a bit of curb brush should be pretty easy to sort out. I'll get that done shortly. One thing I was going to have a look at is that there is a really nice intake by there's two people. There's one that whistles. It's got like this like some kind of fan inside the intake manifold that really sucks the cold air into the turbo. But even though it gives you a really nice increase in power, the problem I've got with it is that it makes the most god-awful sound, like some form of, 18-year-old boy racer with his, 1 litre Punto with some cherry bomb exhaust. It sounds terrible, and it's got some kind of afterlag whistle that goes with it, and I just can't be doing that. So there's another one. Lohan do it's called Craven Speed. It gives you a greater cold air intake, and it's a nicer sound than the standard air filter combo that they've got on the Mini, but it's a lot cheaper as well. The increase in horsepower is not as much, but I'm just thinking about aspirating the engine a little bit better. So that's one way I'd like to do it. And there's also, they do a stage 2 remapping for the JCW, which gets it up to about 306 brake horsepower. So again, that's something I want to look at. I'm going to reach out to Lohan actually and see if they want to. Maybe my subscribers and views are not high enough just as yet, but I might reach out to them and see if they want to do a bit of a collaboration in having a play with this John Cooper Works, and see if they fancy a bit of sponsorship. I doubt it, given we're not Goon Squad just yet, or B is for Build or someone with gazillions of viewers, but hey ho, you got to do what you got to do. So just a quick update, the temperature's fine. Obviously now it's probably the longest drive I've been on. I've been like around the block and stuff in the car, but at temperature absolutely perfect. We've got no other, I'm just going to quickly go to, I don't know if you can see that. There we go. I'm going to quickly go to menu, car vehicle, so vehicle status. So we've got That's weird. I pumped all the tyres up the other day to all the same spec of 35 psi, which was what the because one of the tyres was a bit low, and I changed all that. If you can see, let me turn it down a bit. There we go. So that was fine. Engine oil level. I think that was all good. All level okay. Level ground in select NLP. Right, I'll do that later as well. Right, what's the check control? I think there's two. Yeah, pedestrian and drivetrain. They're the last two on there that need to be looked at as I've explained in this video. But I'm hoping again this will be just a quick look into deeper into the engine's brain to see what's done, because the pedestrian, once a pedestrian protection system goes off, it really should go straight to Mini for a check over. But I've done everything they prescribed in the handbook, as far as changing the hinges, changing the bonnet activators, and also changing the fibre optic cable that goes in the front protector screen in the foam. So that's all done. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it literally is just a small change to the computer. Look, you might have a go at me for taking it down the car wash. I know it's maybe 15 quid poorly spent, but there's like a million guys jump on it, they wash it, they clean it, they hoover it and stuff like that. Obviously I'll detail it a bit better, but I just wanted to get it into a shape where it actually looked nice. So like any good car YouTube channel, let's go around the car with some funky music, and maybe a little bit of trying out some editing skills of mine on Final Cut Pro, and let's have a closer look at the car. So roll sexy video. Like I said, I've got all the new bits on it, but they need to be done. This drivetrain error, as I said, it only popped up after coming back from the paint shop. So maybe they've knocked a wire off or something like that. But again, my OBD won't read it. So I don't know what the issue is there, but it drives fantastic. So there's a little lack of power purely based on the fact that the engine does, not limp home mode, but it just kind of reduces things down just to kind of keep things nice and safe. But besides that, it sounds great, everything drives fine. So, and it was only serviced, I was just looking, it was only serviced like 300-400 miles ago, and no errors were reported then. So, and I drove it after the crash as well, and that drivetrain error wasn't there, so I'm sure it's going to be fine. And besides that, we're pretty much good to go. Rims need a bit of a tidy up, no problem. So this will probably be, if not, well, it won't be the last, but probably the second to last video about this John Cooper Works project when we finally get it all done. Look, your personal car's never always done, is it? You know the situation. But really enjoyed doing this, and I hope you've enjoyed it. So once again, thank you so much for joining us here on Now We Drive. Don't forget to press the like, the subscribe, and the notification button so you get videos up from me as soon as we can. We've got a couple of new projects. I've alluded to it in the last video, but once we get New Year out of the way, I'll start doing some updates on that. And that's a couple of interesting cars, the Polo and the 68 plate Cooper, which we've got the flood damage one. That's going to be a fun one actually. So we'll have a look at that one. But yeah, Merry Christmas to you all. Have a really, really good New Year, and I'll see you again in 2020. Now We Drive, signing out.